EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second and 15. Back to throw. Bush. And he's got his big tight end here. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run on 1st down. It's Riley, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Let's go, defense.
They'll try the left side. It's Riley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Lance. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Off play action. Bush. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st down, Riley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. The Lance going to throw. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Off the play fake. Bush. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Riley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Lance now on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
On second down now, it's Riley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Off-play action. Bush looking downfield for Dobson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Niners are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Bush. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, what a juke into space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Bush. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college? We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. This defense for the Packers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he is going to have a Niners first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Lance. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. It's a big play there for Green Bay. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Swift again.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
DeAndre Swift.
His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now a throw here to his running back. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Second and very short. Wilson, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Blankenship. It's up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The 20, 10, touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Mike's Bobo. Watch the screen.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. He finds his man complete. That's Riley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Lance.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. Flush to his right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught?
It got his man complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, Lance. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and John Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They go play action with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
That's a Packers touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Lance.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Bobo's the mic. Mike's Bobo. I got it.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He gets it complete to Jackson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From just shy of midfield, Wilson flushed out right.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now it's Swift.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
80 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Swift.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, Wilson.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Here's a diving catch right side. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
On second down, it's Riley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lance now to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Riley. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on second down, Lance. And his throw is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now Lance.
He finds his man, complete. It's Riley. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Sermon. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Trey Sermon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Lance now on first down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun, it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. He'll try again. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On first down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Wilson will throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead.
They'll try to run with Swift.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Lance's throw complete there to Conley.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Azeez Ojulari
in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw.
Jackson with a catch.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off near the 44. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Wilson wants to throw it. Flush to his right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.